Thanks for watching Blitz. I'm Brian Carter here at Rabun County High School with second-year softball coach Danette Holcombe. Danette, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, summer just seemed like it flew by for everybody. I'm sure the kids aren't happy to get back to school, but a lot of people are excited about football starting up and softball as well and volleyball. All those sports are starting up. You got to be excited about starting your second year. But going from one year to the next, this is your second year as head coach of the program. You've been in the program a few years now, though. What are some of the biggest adjustments you've had to make from last year to this year?
I think different coaching styles, one, how to coach different players, but more so is my growth as a coach. You know, I've really seen myself grow, but I've also seen the Rabun County softball program go to a different level as well.
Yeah, and that's been definitely well documented with back-to-back state tournament appearances, which is phenomenal for this program to be able to do that. The record didn't always indicate that, as both years were under 500, but then you can chalk that up to a really tough region in 8AA. What has it meant for this program to go back-to-back, and what would it mean? I know we're looking way ahead, but what would it mean to go 3 in a row?
Well, I mean, they're building blocks. I mean, we build a little bit more every year, and I think to go for the third time in a row would be very important, but more so is go deeper in the playoffs. That's what I really would like to see this team do this year.
And I know in large part we are not incorrect by assuming that the success of this team is definitely linked to the success of Trista Houston. She's a phenomenal player. I believe she batted something like 440 last year with 4 homers and 40-something RBIs. Phenomenal, not to mention the work she's done in the circle. But, you know, put in your words how special of a player she has been and how much you're going to be relying on her this year.
I don't know if I can put it into words, but Trista she really amazes me all the time. Not only in the mound, but I've never seen anybody swing as hard as she does. I mean, she is so important to our team. I don't know how I'm going to replace her when she leaves, but our success is on her back. But she knows that, and she's okay with that.
Yeah, that tends to be the case when you have a senior leader like her. But you know, everyone knows of Trista, but every team has to have supporting players around their star players as well. So, who are some of those other players that we can expect to see in the spotlight this year, and even some up and comers that you feel are the future of this program?
Well, we also have 2 other seniors, Tessa Matheson, who will hit pretty high for average, and then we'll have, you know, our strong defensive player, Summer Fountain. She'll be at short. And also we have a junior, Jaden Williams, first base, who ended up finishing well in the region, making all region last year. But then I have a freshman that I'm pretty excited about. Every day she seems to get better at practice, and that's Sarah Sprinkle.
Okay, and now you know this season, not a new region with the new alignment. Rabun County stays put in 8AA, but perhaps a big gain for anyone that's inside this region for softball is that Union County now has decided to move up, and that was by their choice as well. But that was a program that year in, year out, I mean, they're one of the top in the state, always a heavy favorite to win the region. So what does it look like now without them in the mix? You do add Banks County, who jumps back down to 8AA, which they were here like 4 or 5 years ago. But you know, what is your outlook on the region now?
Well, we still have Social Circle, who, since I've been here, have won region both years. So, I mean, Social Circle's still going to be tough, but I still think our region's tough because, you know, we're not playing double headers this year, so we really have to compete every game, and there's not an easy team in our entire region.
Okay, so talk about that, because I wasn't even aware of the no doubleheaders this year. How does that work into your game plan, and how do you view that more as a benefit or, you know, kind of setting you guys off a little bit this year?
I do think that benefits us because in the past, you know, Trista's had to throw 2 region games, and, you know, when you play region games on Tuesdays and Thursdays and then non-region games other days of the week, that puts a lot of stress on Trista. But we do have another pitcher this year, but it benefits us because I only need 7 innings. Yep. I need 7 good innings, and that's it.
Now, every team has a motto, seems like. Some of them don't, but a lot of them we've seen, just simple ones. Finish strong was always mine from high school and baseball, and then, you know, win the day, that kind of thing. What is the motto for this team, if there is one, or what is it that you've really been preaching to kind of get through to these girls this year?
Strong, along, together, unstoppable.
Okay. You want to go into any detail about that? Or
The girls came up with it. My seniors came up with it, and they've really seen us how we have gotten better individually, but they really want to put the emphasis on working together and how us getting better as a team benefits us.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much, Danette, for your time. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to a great season for your Lady Cats, and hopefully we'll check up on you later in the year and see you maybe get a region title and get back to state.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure and check out our interview also with the senior pitcher Trista Houston here on BLITZ.